Welcome back, everybody, to Keep Digging. Without further ado, we're going to keep digging, but this time it's going to be a little bit different because I'm going to try and build sort of like a mine shaft here. First of all, I'm going to try to smooth out my ground down here. As in the last episode, we were looking at getting all this dirt off the top of the stone down here and kind of trying to extract all of the valuable resources that we could get out of the dirt portion before we moved on to any of the stone, which is kind of what I would like to do. Just sort of keep an order about this, sort of an order to the chaos, if you will. So that's exactly what we're going to keep doing in this episode. Now, there's a couple of pieces of iron that I need to go pick up that were over here, I think. Yes, right here, which are obviously incredibly valuable. Don't want to lose those. So I definitely want to get those now versus later. There we go. But ultimately, the goal here is trying to sort of even this all out, so that way we can create a mine shaft that goes deeper in here and just kind of see how deep this place goes. Because I would like to know, like, how far is this gonna go down, you know, in the sort of this underground area that we're looking at here. But I also don't want to waste battery power, because as we've seen, battery power is quite limited and it is very expensive to fill up. It's over 10% of what we've got in the bank right now. And we don't bring enough back each time we go out here to actually fill up the battery. So obviously that is a little bit concerning. Now let's see, I've got the option to upgrade a few things here. Battery would be nice for 275. I think that's what I'm going to go for. 275 is a lot better than what we've got now. And I definitely want to be more endurance focused than anything else here. Silver and copper, that's wonderful to start us off with. And it doesn't take up much of our backpack, but it has a lot of value packed into what it does give us. So that's a great start. Look at some of this iron that we're going to get here. Iron, stone, coal. There we go. Look at this. Ooh, money. Okay, sweet. That's a good start, because I don't want to go bankrupt here just because I don't have enough money to pay for battery charge or whatever it is. Let's see, coal, stone, iron. Stone. Now, there's plenty of stuff I still have to get from down here, and I also want to still continue to smooth this out. So let's do that and just finish this up, because I don't want to start doing something before I finish another thing. Even though this game is actually kind of exciting, because I always loved mining in Minecraft. Like, mining was one of my favorite things to do in Minecraft. Just spend days and days underground just mining everything I could find. So I would usually be the one to be like, oh my gosh, I found diamonds. Because I would, be stuck in the mine somewhere and looking around for things, or, exploring a cave or something like that. And I'd be the one who went down and happened to find the diamonds. Of course, they would usually proceed to get stolen from me, which would start a server war. And eventually the server would end in incredible violence, as is, I think, with most Minecraft servers. But, the lovely memories. I guess the best thing to do would have been to start a staircase over here. Whoops, I fell in. Would have been to start a staircase over here versus over there. But I didn't do that, so oh well. Hopefully that's fine. And it will come back to bite me. I feel like it probably will, but anyway. That backpack upgrade is going to be well needed. That is for sure. I want to create like a little stairway out of here, though, because this is another angle which I can use to maybe get out of this hole from. Yes, I can. And it's a little closer to the guy, I think, as well. So keeping that corner intact is going to be one of the objectives here, to sort of try and have a way out. Let's see. Let's kind of hollow this area out here so that it's easier to get out of when I do eventually have to use it as a sort of an escape route. And we'll grab this coal and stuff too and go ahead and take it up to him so that way he's got the stuff that's down here. I figure if I'm doing the job, I might as well do it well. I've been playing recently Cities Skylines 2, and it's been interesting to kind of be building a city at the same time, like, building extraction industry, stuff like that, at the same time as playing a game like this. I just find that kind of funny. The themes are quite similar. Of course, Cities Skylines 2, your extraction industries have, like, a giant drill or a giant, like, I guess it would be like a bucket mining machine or whatever. Again, I'm not a mining technology or mining engineer, but really interesting technology and stuff that's used in that. Oh, my back! All right, here we go. $59. That's not terrible, but we need a lot more because as we now know, filling up our juice, if you will, filling up our digging battery is $60 per charge, and the charge only gets us 275 digs. And not every dig gets us a guaranteed chance of, well, anything actually coming out of said dig. So, definitely want to use those sparingly. And, well, yes, just conserve them. I'm going to try to get a lot of the stones and things out of here. That way we don't have all of these sort of, I'm going to say sort of useless or worthless things sitting in our way. Definitely don't want that. There we go. Let's kind of get this stuff out of the way. There we go. Coal. That's fine. Take that. Gonna run out of storage here in just a moment. There we go. Oh, I should keep doing that. Gonna have to fill up on my battery here, and I think we're okay to fill up on battery because we've got $49 in this load, 298 total. So it will be a significant cost. 150? Dude. I can't keep up with that. Okay. This is getting kind of bad. Can I see in my backpack? Like, is there any way I can drop some stuff in my inventory? Because I'm not going to be able to keep up with this. I may have no choice but to keep going down. Or just to straight up prioritize with, you know, materials I'm actually grabbing. Because this is kind of insane. 150 to refill a stupid digging battery, bro? That's crazy. Okay. Alright, backpack is full. Here we go. Is that iron? I think it's coal, but I can't tell. Let's see. Just thank goodness that it doesn't take actual, like, stamina or, like, battery power to jump. Because if it took battery power to jump, that would be so bad. Wait, how is my energy not going down that fast? What the heck? Get some charcoal, get some coal and some stone. Let's go back to our mine shaft here. Oh, we've dug 1,000 meters cubed of dirt and stuff. Wow, okay. To start to mine downward a little bit. Maybe we can find some good things if we mine downwards. At least a little bit more of sort of these good, more valuable silver, stuff like that. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. There's some copper right there. I see that stuff peeking out of there. Pick you right on up. Ooh, copper. Okay, I'll take that. I see that silver sticking on out of there. Coal, iron, copper. Okay, I like that. Iron again, iron. See what else can I find down here. Backpack's about to fill up. Ooh, silver, I'll take that. Iron. Got 146 in the bag right now. Okay, alright, there we go. So we started to create sort of like a mine shaft down here, if you will, that we can kind of go into, which is obviously really nice. Backpack is definitely full, though, and I need to get some of these rocks out of the way, actually, because they're going to start causing me problems trying to move around. There we go. That actually works really well as a staircase. Alright, so just don't run. Basically, that's the deal. Just don't run. Now, I don't know what this line is supposed to do for me. I do not know what that is supposed to be. Let's see. 153. Thank you, sir. I'm going to keep going down here and doing my job. But I want to pick up this iron, because this is actually valuable stuff. Iron, coal. There we go. I like it. Okay, good. These other rocks, I'm just not even going to pick up at this point. I don't have the ability to pick and choose the rocks that have like $1 worth of value right now. I need to focus on the ones that have actual like importance, if that makes sense. Which of course are like the silver and copper and iron and stuff like that. Now, of course, when it's unavoidable, I'll take it, but you know. I definitely get a backpack upgrade. Ooh. But I'm afraid they're gonna up my expense on like charging if I do a backpack upgrade, so. Okay, we got plenty of money worth down here ready to be extracted. Cool. Alright, let's see. Let's keep on going. Really wish I had made a ladder over here. Like, I really wish I had done something over here that made it a lot easier. Oh well. It is what it is. 1,073 meters cubed. And still, a lot of the surface has actually never been touched. Like, I haven't ever touched it. What can I get as far as upgrades go? I can get a backpack upgrade, or I can get a pickaxe upgrade. I'm gonna do the pickaxe upgrade. And let's do a battery recharge. No, we can't. Can't afford it. Well, okay, so I've got ×3. Okay, let's try the pickaxe level 6 and just see what it does for me. There's already quite a bit of money's worth of minerals sitting down here ready to be extracted, so I'm figuring that I'm probably okay. Copper, coal, yeah, all that kind of stuff. That's good. We really have no reason to be concerned right now. I want to keep mining at around this level right here, because this seems to be pretty productive in terms of providing silver and stuff like that. Whoa, whoa, what the heck? What in the world? Oh, jeez, how am I supposed to get out of here, dude? I'm gonna run out of the darn, energy things. Okay, how do I get out of here? Warpstone? What the heck is a warpstone? Can I mine upwards to try and get out of here? I don't know if I can even do that. Gold! Ooh! Okay, well, wait, but how do I get out of here, though? Spare battery. What does that do for me? And then money. Well, yeah, okay, that's fine, but what does this do for me? And, like, why is there a chest with a crown in it down underground in a giant, like, sinkhole-esque chamber? And how am I supposed to get back up there? Oh, jeez, dude. Okay, wire rope. Can you help me, please? Ooh. Oh. Okay, where did I fall? No, 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 no. Try to avoid that spot like the plague. Ooh, man. Okay. That was a little rough, but we made it. Somehow. Alright, we have 221 in the bank, so we definitely have to get more, energy at this point, and I definitely have to save my energy, too, or upgrade it, one of the two. Energy refill is definitely a must. Goodness gracious, okay. Now, hold on, before we just fall back down there again, let's unearth the kind of extent of what we're looking at here, because this is quite a large chasm here, and I fell into it very easily, and in some ways unintentionally. So I want to make sure I don't fall into it again. Silver, I'll take that, thank you. 111, yep. In order to avoid that, we gotta know where the heck this thing even is. And I want to unearth this hole so we can hopefully try and get some sort of a ladder, or not like a ladder, but like a way out, you know, something I can climb, so I don't get stuck in there. Backpack is full, okay. So I think with patience, that will be our key here. Because I don't think that's... Well, shoot, that could be all of it. I don't know. Anyway, I gotta upgrade my rope, too. Can I even do that? Well, I can, but it's 500, which is a lot now. Let's go ahead and get that energy boost here. And then let's start doing this. I'm just grabbing what we could find towards the top of the stone layer here. Especially grabbing that silver and that copper. But iron and coal are also totally fine as well. I want to start kind of grabbing these different things. Okay, there's a money times 100. That's very valuable. Appreciate that. I want to start also hollowing this out too, because we've kind of figured out where the... Okay, let's just say the limit of, like, as far down as we can go is without literally falling into that just chamber of whatever the heck it's called. I don't know. But anyway. So I definitely don't want to fall down there again. There's plenty to get out of here. Let's say shift. I don't want to abuse that either, because that could be super important, though. Okay. For level 5. I don't know what that does for that. Maybe it takes up less battery? I can only imagine it takes up less battery power when you upgrade it. I don't know what else the upgrades would do. Maybe longer, but if I could get all the way up there, you know, from the bottom of that chamber all the way up to the top, then I'm pretty darn sure that like the distance, the height doesn't matter all that much. Could be wrong, but that's what that indicates to me. So it's probably the battery consumption that's being lessened by those upgrades. Okay, 20 from silver. Man, it's quickly becoming apparent that these silver and like copper... Shoot. These silver and copper and all that kind of stuff, like you absolutely need these in order to basically survive this. But I want to avoid getting my my battery recharge, because I think that if you get it recharged so many times, that's probably what causes the battery recharge cost to go up in the first place. I don't know what causes it to go up, but I mean, it escalated significantly, so clearly something did. Honestly, if I had multiple people here, I might task one person with digging out all the dirt, or like 2 people with digging out all the dirt, and then a few more people with going underground and getting all of those minerals too. That way we have people who, you know, are doing both those things. Because I do want to expose the stone here from this entire pit. I would like to do that, but I don't know if that's a practical thing to actually do, considering how much the resupply cost on this on the pickaxe, or on the how much it now costs. It's just too much. So silver, I'll take that. Silver, yes sir. I found gold though, so I know that there is indeed gold in this game. It's just really deep. Copper, okay. Iron, iron, iron. Silver, let's do it. Yes, sir. Copper, copper, copper. Coal, iron. Coal is becoming kind of like that useless resource now. Huh. Iron, okay, cool. Copper. Copper. That's coal. Silver. There we go. I like the fact we got more silver now. Backpack is full. There we go. Get on out of here. 235. There we go. I don't know how much that little thing uses, but I'm hoping it's justifying the cost in terms of battery that it takes ultimately. Okay, copper. Here we go. Get rid of some of this stuff. There we go. Iron. Take that. There's a lot of coal sitting down here that I don't want to grab because it just isn't valuable enough. Simply put. Copper. I do see some iron down here. And some copper in the wall. I'll take all that. Take that iron. The iron eventually will become valueless too at a certain point. I have to see when that is. Okay. Let's see. Iron. Silver, take that. I'm glad it doesn't fall, that's for sure. If it fell, that would be really aggravating, but it'd be like, what, like Minecraft? You'd be like mining diamonds right on top of some lava, and it just falls right into the lava, and you're like, come on, dude. Like, come on. Really? I just sat here and mined all those diamonds, and they fell right into the lava. At least that was my experience a couple times. Okay, here we go. 364. That's a lot better, I like that. Grab that backpack upgrade now, and then grab a battery recharge, and then we'll get back in there. So we've got immediately off some copper. I'm trying to kind of keep this, and not, of course, fall in myself. That's the big thing. Definitely don't want to fall in myself. Iron, here we go, copper. Iron, silver, but you can easily fall in this game, so definitely don't want to fall. Where's the, let's see, here we go. The edge of the slope. Yeah, so you can easily, see what I'm talking about? You can easily fall in this game, so I don't want to fall. Because I fell in there last time, and I barely had enough battery to get out, and I don't want to be in that situation again. And as you all know, I am the kind of person to plan for the worst and hope for the best, but planning for the worst is part of what I'm doing right now. But like, okay, once we get down there, once we've exposed this sort of hole, if you will, as deep as it is, then what do we do? Like, what do we do with that knowledge? And also, I do need to know where the side of this thing is. So I need to have a view from the opposite side of the hole. Which means that I need to figure out a way to get around the hole. Because I've got to see, okay, on the other side, like what opportunities are there to create that sort of like staircase, if you will, that goes down to that. Because I cannot depend on my little lift thingy here. I mean, unless I'm going to keep a minimum, you know, of like 100 energy, which I think is probably what I'll have to do, like a minimum of 100, in order to be able to get up and out of there. And that's if I don't get stuck on something, you know. So there's all kinds of elements that are going to throw a wrench in that plan. Again, worst case scenario, you have Murphy's Law. Everything that can go wrong probably will. That's our assumption in planning for this. So let's kind of see how far over this thing goes. And we can respond more fully to that Murphy's Law sort of question once we know how much farther over this actually goes. How much of a threat this really is to us. To do that, to discover how much farther it actually goes, we're just going to start mining over in this direction. Extracting from the ground everything we can for purpose of course, monetary enlargement or enrichment, but also to determine when exactly... Oh, shoot, I didn't mean to fall on that. See what I mean? It's a slippery slope. But also to determine exactly how and where we can have a little spot to get out of this thing. Let's see, can I get out through here? Yes, I can. If I jump, it uses less, I think, of the lift thing. Let's get refill. There we go. All right, here we go. So we got a lot of these little particles. I'd like to dig some of these particles out of the way. Yeah, see what I mean? That particle had some silver in it. So, somehow. So I definitely want to get these particles out of the way. I don't know where their hitboxes are. That's the hard thing. So I'm trying to get to these hitboxes, but I can't tell. So this needs to be gotten out of the way. All this dirt needs to be out of the way. My backpack's going to be taken up by a lot of stone right here. Even though we have that capacity increase, it's still going to be full of stone by the time this is over. Ooh, money. So many chests like right there. That's funny. Oh my goodness. Okay. It's going to be a much lower value run, I think, this one here, because of the lower value of a lot of the stuff that we're picking up here. Because we're not digging in this stone layer for a moment. We're digging up here in the top layer. Although we did get some copper and some of that silver, though. So maybe it'll be a little higher. We'll see. Backpack is full. 106, so it is a lot lower. I still need to keep my staircase, so I need to make a new staircase right over here on the side. So that little pulley, or the sprint, is not actually... the sprint isn't actually... like sprint. It's actually like the pulley that's supposed to pull you out of the mine or whatever. That actually explains a few things. It makes a lot of sense. Oh crud, I didn't mean to destroy that. That's my only way out, so considering it's my only way out, I need to keep that intact. So I'll have to expand it a little bit up here. It should still work. Maybe. We'll see. Anyway, let's make that new staircase over here. So that's another major priority of mine, is to make sure that I still have ways out of here. Which I have done a good job of destroying, but not a good job of actually building. There we go. See, that still generally works. Okay, cool. Now let's go right beside that. Start taking the ground out right beside it. So we do need to get this ground removed. But I also don't want to fall down into what I'm digging here, so I need to be really mindful and careful of that as well. Is that a party going on up there? Let's see if we can't go up there. When I get dynamite, those people are going to be they're going to be interrupted quite rudely by the massive boom of the dynamite going off. This silver, take the iron. wonder if it's worth it to go down there and start mining more, I guess, seriously down there, considering the fact that there's going to be more valuable stuff like gold. I don't know, but maybe that is the case. Oh, this actually works really well to build a staircase. Kind of even out the ground a little bit. I like that. Okay, cool. Cool. Alright. So I wonder if I open up a large enough entrance to this, then maybe it's not necessary to, as long as we're careful, to build anything crazy, like to build a staircase or something like that. Maybe it isn't necessary. Maybe it's just if we open... Oh, okay. Not yet. I didn't want to go down there just yet. Let's see. Maybe if we open up a large enough access point down into here, we can sort of allow ourselves enough space to get out. Because I have a ledge here, and I'm going to make this ledge bigger. That's what I'm doing right now, is I'm making the ledge larger, so that way if I do need to get out, I have a lot more space in which to do so. And as long as I make a large ledge, we should be okay, and I should be able to land and you know, exit this area using that staircase I just created just a moment ago with my little shovel. But also don't want to take too much out of this. Oh, there's some wood. Or some, excuse me, some money. Let's see. I want to make sure I keep my other staircase here intact. Let me grab these two. There we go. Let's kind of make another sort of sloped staircase-esque thing here. Definitely want to make sure I have an access point that goes from the level of the, like, start of the stone, if you will, to down here. So let's make another one of those to ensure we have total access, like 100% of the time. Oops. There we go. Alright, let's see. The one thing I am glad is it doesn't turn nighttime, that I know of. It might actually turn nighttime. I don't know if there's a day-night cycle. Let's see. I want to upgrade this. We can refill the battery later on. I'm going to go grab some more stuff from the hole because we have some silver and everything that's exposed here. And then we can upgrade the battery here in a moment. Or we can get a new, like, battery pack here in a moment. Grab the copper. There we go. Grab that copper. There we go. Coal, that's iron. I'll take that. Alright, iron, yes. Like that. I'll grab some of these, because they're starting to despawn, I think, so I'm going to grab some of these. Just get them out of there anyway. Not particularly valuable, but that's okay. At least in our case, that is totally fine. There we go. Perfect. Let's try to make that staircase just a little bit better. It's feeling a little bit hard to use at the moment. Silver, I'll take that. Silver, yes sir, I'll take that. Copper. See, the hard thing is you still have to get stuff like materials out of this area, and you know, to make some money and everything. So it's like I want to make the staircase really nice, but at the same time, I also want to get materials, you know, because I kind of have to. Was there any copper that I left? There was silver right here. Yeah, that's what I thought. There's something like silver or copper that I left behind. Okay, sweet. Oh wait, there was actually some copper. That backpack's full. Shoot. Okay. Let's go up. Whee! There we go. Alright, 262. Sweet. Let's go. Back down, grab this copper, then we'll bring that up there, and then we will go down deeper into the abyss. Into the hole that we have created for ourselves. Let's see, let's grab all of this too. Alright, we can kind of grab some of this stuff that we haven't grabbed yet. Yeah, look at all that coal. Look at all that. Yeah, see, that's what I'm calling silver, coal, copper, iron. Look at all that stuff. Yeah, let's grab all that stuff and just kind of get some financial safe space. Build up a financial fallback device, if you will. Okay, sweet. Yeah, that definitely helps to jump, because the jump is quite high. And I was wondering why you could jump so high in the air, but I think that's probably why. All right, let's get a refill, and let's go down the deep. The down deep. Okay, copper. Let's grab some of those. Okay. I want to make sure I have a nice open area to use to get up here. So let me kind of take a little bit off of this on second thought. Get all of this stuff out of the way. Just like that. There we go. Bam. Get these things out of the way. Out of the way. There we go. Alright, I think we should have enough of the... Yep, I think we should have enough. Because I can go straight up and out. Let's see, just to experiment. Okay, so we do need quite a bit of energy to get out of there, but I think it's okay so long as we have an ability to access this sort of down low area from just about everywhere in the vicinity. So I need to make sure there's quite a nice gradient here that allows us to get in and out of it relatively easily without doing too much other than just jumping. I also don't want to fall back in when I jump. That's another big thing. I don't want to end up falling back in. So kind of keeping the staircase idea in mind and expanding it just slightly to include more of this upper area here, and in the process gaining more money to prepare for going back down there again. You know, getting the battery changed, all that kind of stuff. The backpack is full, apparently. Is that copper or is that coal? Can't tell what that is. Alright, here we go. Let's kind of try to do this. Yeah, alright, I like that. Ooh. Got some silver I can come grab. Alright, sweet. Go up. Here's your stuff, big man. Coal. Okay, here we go. Silver. Take that. Grab all this stuff that's in the wall here. Apparently I'm still mining in the wall, but anyway. I don't know how that's quite possible. Maybe it's the concrete, or the excuse me, the dynamite that can break that. I don't know. Let's get a nice, valuable load out of here. Copper. Wow, I'm like able to get more stuff out of here? Yes. It's kind of wow. Okay. Just can't see it. Interesting. Okay. All right. All right. In 2023, it's not bad. I'm not gonna dig. I'm not gonna mess with that. I mean, okay, cool. I'll take that. Huh. Okay. Now, let's see. Let's try to mine where we kind of know things, though, because out there I can't get anything particularly valuable. Like you know, I don't know what's on the other side of that. I can't see the different minerals and things that I'm picking up, so it's kind of useless to mine over there, if that makes any sense at all. I also want to be aware of where my sort of hole here is, and be able to get out if need be. So I don't want to mine away, you know, away that wall, and then all of a sudden I can't get out anymore. That would be really bad. Also want to make sure I have enough gas or enough battery, excuse me, left to get me out of this place. Because I definitely want to leave. Would like to be able to leave when it is necessary to leave. I do find it funny that there are minerals that are outside of the bounds of the map, though. That's really kind of funny. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised, but it's just interesting. Where's my gold at? Where's all the gold? I want some gold, baby. Give me some gold. $187. There we go. All right. 150. Recharge. There we go. I doubt we'll be able to do that forever, though, so we need to develop a nice sort of like emergency amount of money here. Emergency savings. Because like I said, I don't think that we'll be able to just get, you know, $150 energy recharges. If it went up from 30 to 60 and from 60 to 150, then it's probably going to be like 500 next time it goes up. So that's what I'm thinking is going to happen. But I think the battery upgrades might be what actually increase the cost of a refill, which does make things significantly easier to calculate, but at the same time is, you know, a bit of a hassle because the battery upgrades are necessary. Though I haven't had any issues yet with my batteries, so we'll see. We'll see how long this battery level lasts, and I'm assuming as we get deeper underground, it's going to get like harder to dig out more with the battery that you have, and that's what's going to incentivize you to like get a higher battery level, or upgrade your battery rather. So I'm going to be watching to see how exactly that happens, and if that's what plays out, then it might be that that's what forces us to upgrade our battery. But we'll avoid that for as long as possible in order to hopefully avoid significantly increasing the overall costs of mining and of battery refills at this time. Lots of iron down here, but not a lot of those more valuable minerals that we were discovering at first. There's some silver. Oh, there's some gold. Okay, all right. I was gonna say, I was wondering where all the gold went. I was like, hold on, where's the gold? Okay, let's get up here. Here we go. Let's not waste any more than we have to. I feel like that's probably a good principle to operate by here. 290. Yeah, let's keep that at that same price. That seems pretty good. Okay, here we go. Back down. Let's grab the silver, let's grab the copper, let's grab the gold. Grab a few bits of the iron here, but not too much. Definitely don't want too much iron. Let's see, is this kind of where all the gold is spawning? Like up here? Got the silver out of here. There's some more copper. Copper is, of course, of less value to me right now. I'm not entirely looking for copper anymore, just because it doesn't cover the costs like it once did. But if I find it, I'm not going to complain. I'm just going to take it and be grateful. Okay, copper. Let's see. Silver. Perfect. I do want to thank the people who come here and are willing to just put me on in the background and listen to me mine. As y'all know, this channel is not built for, you know, any sort of fame and fortune. Like, I'm not out here trying to earn fame and fortune with my YouTube channel. But it's just fun sometimes to just play. Oh, 1,000 money. Jeez Louise. That's a lot from a box. Holy moly, thank you. Some good fortune right there, man. But anyway, thank you to everybody who comes in and listens to me. I mean, I don't intend these videos to actually really get many views. That's the whole reason why my channel is still small and I still play just random indie games and stuff. To be honest, the big reason behind this channel is just to have a repository of what my voice sounded like when I was whatever age, you know, and I don't know, what games I was playing, stuff like that. It's nothing terribly important. But I do want to thank all the people who come and listen to the videos anyhow. These are kind of like, because I think I'll probably end up uploading these during like a gap in other uploads, just because this game is like really interesting, but it's also kind of out of nowhere. Although I think it's gonna end up spawning a series, because this is quite interesting, and honestly, I'm in it for the long haul now. I've got 2,000 cubic meters removed from this giant pit, and I'm ready to keep going, to be honest with you. I might upgrade my pickaxe here. Did that just increase my battery charge, though? I hope not. Anyway, I've got a pickaxe that's more powerful now. It's 3. Okay, it's only a little bit more powerful. 3.25 versus 3.5. But anyway, just ignore that. Let's bring a less valuable load out of the ground here with some of this iron. Definitely want to do that and get some of this iron out of the way, but also it's still valuable, you know. Just need to get a lot more of it to equal the same amount of value as I would from another load full of other different materials here. Iron. Iron, okay. Iron. There we go. Backpack is already full. Ooh, $180 worth of iron. The backpack is already full. Ooh, just doesn't cover the cost like it used to, I guess. Oh boy. Okay, let's get a little bit out of the way. Let's get you out of the way. Yeah, there we go. Bam. All right, Mr. Tycoon guy, I got some stuff for you, man. $180 worth of stuff. There you go. Okay, let's get back down in there. I'm gonna mine a little bit of this out of the way. All right, sweet. Oh, some silver. Take that. Heck yeah, man. Silver. Okay, thank you. copper. All right. Copper, silver. Sweet. Silver. Okay. Copper. Let's get some gold. Let's get some gold in here. Get some gold. I was getting some gold up there. I was getting some really valuable stuff just right out of the wall here, of this kind of concrete wall. Wasn't even necessarily looking at what it was I was getting. I just saw the shape and was like, oh, I think that's something important. And just grabbed it. And sure enough, it was. Ooh, lots of copper. Okay. Wow. 245. Gotta watch my battery here. Gonna run out. Oh, that's gold, I think, right? Yep, that's gold. Okay. Sweet. Ooh, that's gold. Take that. Thank you, sir. Ooh, silver. All right, this is copper. Ooh, silver. My blindness is getting to me. Let's see. Gold. Take that. Copper. All right. Sweet. What else can we find in here? Copper. Okay. Where's the bounds of the map? That's part of what I'm interested to find out down here. Gold. Okay. Backpack is full. 575. That's a nice load. Okay. Cool. Well, good. The battery has not increased in cost. The battery upgrade has not increased in cost. Good. Collect a total of $10,000 or more. I just got an achievement. Digging for change. Okay. Alright. Sounds like we're digging for a little bit more than change, though, I will say. It's not just pocket change. At least not in my eyes. That's quite a bit of money, actually. Is there not any more silver around here? Can I get any more silver? Yeah, let's get some more silver out of this. Copper, iron, coal, copper. Coal is kind of valueless at this point. It's kind of funny how the values of things have changed. Silver is, and well, copper is definitely approaching valuelessness compared to what the upgrades actually cost. And even the silver is getting to be a little bit. I'm like, ooh, I'd rather have some gold. But gold is so rare, you know. I'm getting the silver more than I am the gold, much more. And iron is showing up more than any of them combined. Oh, there you go, money chest. Okay, $100. Good to see that. Okay, I can't really get much else. The limit of my sort of character's range here is being almost exceeded by trying to reach out that far. There we go. All right, Mr. Tycoon, here's your stuff. Digging energy refill. Pack upgrade. Let's do that. There we go. All right, sweet. So we still got our staircase over there, so we can get out if we need to. Like if I don't have any more energy left, if I accidentally misuse my energy or something, then... Glad fall damage is not a thing, by the way, because otherwise I probably would have died there. Gold. Ooh, thank you, sir. Like, love to see that gold. I do want to know where the edge of the map is, though. Which direction am I even mining in? I'm mining towards the edge? I think I am, but I can't tell. Because this is the wall here, and I'm trying to sort of follow this wall to understand just how big this hole is. At least in sort of the official bounds, if you will. See, there's gold right out there on this sort of outside portion of the hole. But, of course, it's, you know, exceedingly hard to actually get there. Nor do I think you're maybe meant to. Now we're doing this like the mine shaft. I guess the proper way the game should technically be played in this like mine shaft format where you take what you can get out of the mine shaft. Reminds me of like mining in Minecraft. I kind of wish Minecraft mining was like this. It would make the caves and stuff a whole lot more interesting in terms of their visual appeal. That's kind of what I didn't like about Minecraft, you know, is there's always just squares. And sometimes that gets tiring, you know, you want to have like an actual sort of feel to it, you know, like you're actually digging in real ground. Versus just blocks. Thought that was gold for a minute. I was like, gold, give me some gold. But there was no gold. There was none to speak of. Silver. So where's the edge of the map? That's what I want to know. Where's the edge of the map? But I'm also going to run out of energy, digging energy here in a second, so I better pick up my stuff and just call it a day and go home. Let's see. We actually went pretty deep in there. Okay. Here we go. Don't waste it. There we go. Jump. There we go. There you go, sir. $665 worth. $150 as our battery refill. Okay. Let's go back down here. I'm going to keep following along the edge here. Just see what we can get. Both how far down and how far forward we can go along the wall. I'm actually curious now. Is that gold? That's gold. Oh, that's copper. Oh, there's some gold right there. Sweet. That's what I'm talking about. Just get out of my way. Get out of my way, please. I don't want iron to get stuck in my way here. Okay, there's the boundaries right there. Cool. Alright, now that I know the bound of the map underground, I can sort of make tunnels that represent it. I might even be able to dig all the way towards the surface, so that way I can see where this thing actually ends. That's really helpful to know. Copper, there we go. Kind of only want the silver and the copper right now, just because they're the only things that are going to make these trips, for the most part, worth it. The iron, when you add it up, is really valuable, but it's just that I don't have those backpack upgrades to be able to carry all of that iron. So I'd love to take more of it, but I just can't justify doing that right now. Start digging out a little bit, sort of towards our main chamber over here, at least in the general direction, I believe, of that main chamber. Let's see, what are we going to find? I want to avoid grabbing, yeah, there we go, silver. I can grab that. Backpack is full, and that's probably good because I am running out of energy, running out of battery. Don't want to do that if I don't have to. So let's avoid it if at all possible. I wonder what's over here. Because that's the wall up here. That is the edge of the map. And then clearly, because this is not, it isn't, like directly analogous, maybe is the word, to the above ground map. It's a lot smaller than that, as you can tell. At least that's my gathering. Yeah, I think that is true. So what is this? Worker level 0. Not quite sure what that's supposed to mean. Like, I don't know. What are these guys doing? Why are they even here? They're not doing anything useful. Oh, I can edit my look. Ooh. Okay. Cool. That's my guy. I'm a miner. Alright, here we go. Alright, Vicky. Bam. Make some money off this load. 585. Bam. What can I upgrade? Battery's the only upgrade I could do next. 5,000 is, well, my wire rope, I want to get that upgraded first. So it's 2,500. So we'll make that our next goal. But before I do anything further, I want to actually go down, not this way, but I want to go down here to the deepest point, and I want to see what we can get out of this deepest area down here. Theoretically, if I'm understanding the logic of this game correctly, the deeper you go, the more valuable the things you should find. Now, this is the same rock layer, so I could be completely wrong. It could be that we'll only find the usual iron and stuff like that. But it could also be that we do find some more valuable stuff. And I want to test that out here. Or, alternatively, a higher concentration of more valuable things. Let's see. There's some silver. Plenty of silver down here. Establish that. Silver. Thank you. Gold. Take that. Copper. There we go. Copper. Copper. Silver. That's gold right there. I'll take that. Gold. Thank you. Like that. Gonna run out of storage pretty soon. Let's see what else is down here before we do run out of storage. Or for that matter, where the boundaries of the map are. Because I'm sure I'll find that out at some point. And I have to be able to get out of here too, so I can't use all of my energy up here. Let's see. Let's collect the rest of the iron. Anything else that's valuable, iron and stuff like that. We can grab this before we leave. And then, yep, when the backpack gets full, got 550, which is not a terrible amount. And, oh. I think that's an acceptable cost to pay 150. But I'm not going to upgrade that battery life because at this point, I do not have the money to be able to spend that much for each time I go down. I don't see anything like what I was talking about earlier, like a higher concentration of valuable materials or that kind of thing. It looks to me like it's about the same. Although, it does seem we found more gold down this way. Although I could be totally wrong about that, and just seeing gold is like, you know, clouding my memory of what we found in the past, or over on the other side, a little bit higher elevation-wise. But anyway, let's keep on going and see what we can find. Oh, wow, that's a lot. Ooh, goodness. There's a lot of valuable materials right there. Ooh, gold, silver, copper. Ooh, okay. Maybe it does indeed get more valuable as you go down. I don't know. That was a little interesting. Copper. Take that. Copper, yes, sir. Silver. Already got 515. I've still got plenty of space left in my bag to store more of these valuable materials we're grabbing out of here. See, silver, I'll take that. Yes, sir. Gold, thank you. Copper, ooh, silver. Oh, we're definitely finding more, I think, down here. I think it's definitely more of these valuable minerals. I could be wrong, but that looks like a lot more gold than I've been able to find yet in just digging basically underground. Thinking that's all that we can hold. Yep, backpack is now full. Gone quite a distance, though. That's pretty deep. Anyway, so 16 meters apparently. Alright, shift for wire rope. Here we go. 740, where I think that's the largest haul we've ever bought in yet. Which, wow. That's pretty incredible. We can upgrade our battery, but I'm not going to do that yet. I am going to do a battery charge, though. 740. That is quite a bit. Let's try to bring back that much, if not more, next time. Let's see. Again, glad there's not fall damage. Very glad. Silver. Copper. Iron. Silver, I'll take that. Copper. Yes, sir. Thank you. Copper, thank you. Gold, ooh, I'll take it. Copper, I didn't even see that one. Like blended in with the ground or something. Just picked up automatically. I'm clicking that single area so many times that I'm guessing it's just starting to pick up automatically at a certain point. Okay, copper, there we go, there we go, there we go. Silver, okay. Copper, I'll take that. 190 so far in this run. Ooh, 2 gold at once. Nice. Keep going and see what's down here. As long as I can keep going. Won't probably bring back 700, but that's okay. I'm just going to see what we can do with this sort of chamber down here as far as extracting things from the ground and other parts of it go. Oh, there's the edge. Okay, that's very helpful. So we know where the edge is now. There we go, 66. We better stop. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get out, so I better stop and grab some of this iron that's laying around all over the place down here, like absolutely all over the place. And then I think I'll head back up. Yeah, oh, get back full. Okay, we got 440. That's not bad at all. Not bad at all. Here we go. Let's see. All right. Let's do the jump. Get up there. Come up to a nice high point here. Nope. Bam. Look at that. Upgrade that. I think we should be able to get that upgrade to the wire rope. Yeah. All right. Let's do it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, stay hydrated, stay blessed, and I will see you guys in the next one. And I think we're gonna try to go as deep as we can next episode. Anyway, I will see you guys in the next one. This one's been long enough as is. And if you've been sticking around, thank you for watching me dig in the ground for a long time and listening to me ramble. But guys, I appreciate you all and stay blessed.